Friends, even though traditional gender roles are increasing in the latest report in 2023 published by the World Economic Forum, India ranked 127th out of 146 countries. The gender gap is increasing day by day because the uh, issues like the EU teasing and sexual harassment is increasing, and it has the bad impact on the minds of parents. So parents don't take care of the girl and boy children
Yeah,
alike.
yeah, I am
Yes,
agree
friend.
with you. And first of
See
all, we
that,
have to know that what is gender gap. So gender gap is men and between women and men across health, economical, politics, and education. It's called gender gap. And as per report of 2023 Global Index of Gender Gap, India rank 127 out of 146. This is very bad sign for our country, India, because here is many more gender gap, and this is not good sign for our India, because if we have to develop our country, men and women participate both. When men and women equally participated for the developing, then India will be one day India will be a developed country.
yes, friend. I agree with you. Yes, friend. As we know that gender gap means in any areas between women and men treat differently in terms of their levels of education, rights, job opportunities, and many more things. And friends, as we can see that it is not only for the problem of India but also most of the other countries. And as we can see that according to Global Gender Gap Report 2023's, India ranked 117th out of 146 countries, and which is good because India improves 8-digit numbers in this reports as compared to last reports. So, friend, this is my opinion. Would you like to something here?
Friends, I'm agree with you. I add more point. First of all, I talk about gender gap. Gender gap means the difference between men and women in socially, politically, and economically. Friends, as we know, the report of 2023 published by WF, WIL. So sorry. I according to sorry.
Yes, my friend, as my all friends mentioned that the our country's report is not good because the report is the come from the last point, because we have to understand what is the first position, what is the top last position, and we are stand on the last position. And if we talk about how to reduce the gender gap, and we have to understand what is the aspect to reduce the gender gap, and we increase the number of schools, and we increase the women empowerment, and we increase the literacy rate in our country. And that's why this is the reason.
Yes, friends.
And
According to report,
after that we can completely reduce the gender gap.
Know that
yes, I'm agree too.
gender gap is
According
a
to
major
report
social
WEF, the
effect
rank of India in gender gap about
forum
127 out
that
of 146,
there are
and
146 out of 127 countries,
our government
and
also take a step to
governments
decrease the gender gap and pass many bill and start many scheme. Thank you.
Yes, gentlemen. Uh, India's performance is bad in 2023 regarding the gender gap, and India should improve the position of gender gap in India. There are many reasons behind this. The big reason is education in India. Most of girls are not so educated, so this is problem comes there. And government should think about the basic education of the girl child to provide them good education. Thank you.
Yes,
Yes,
friend.
friend, I am agree with you, but I want to add here some lines that many parents are not take care of their children's girls and boys alike. Many girls were deprived of education. Not only society but also parents used to consider them burden or
Yes,
stigma.
dear.
Female foeticide was a big problem, but the present world they have improved themselves, and girls are improving themselves in every field of technology and other fields.
Yes,
Yes,
friends.
dear.
For any country, there is a requirement for development is contribution of equal gender is required, because for entry any country development is gender equality is requirement necessary.
Rank 147 out of 146. But as you all know that education is the main reason behind this type of process, because in today's era, our parents are also not aware regarding this type of process and they don't educate their girl. But as we aware regarding this type of process, and also we want to uh, improve our rank in the global today's era, so that our parents also educate the girls as well as they prove a better environment regarding all the type of facilities.
Friends, I'm agree with your point. Education is very necessary for reduce the gender gap. But in our society and also country, most of the parents are not literate. So say that our children not provide education properly.
Yes, my friend, I am agree with you, and I want to add a point. And as we see in our society is the most based on the patriarchal society, and the our every person have to understand what is the right for the woman, and women also understand what is the right. And we have seen our society there are a lot of women are working is very good from for every sector, whether it is the defense sector, whether it is the agriculture sector and the political sector. And we can take example of the our honorable president today scenario, the Draupadi Murmu is also the woman, and he are working very good for the woman, for the female.
Yes, gentlemen. In India, women are
Dear
not
friends,
aware
gender
their
gap is
about
increasing
rights,
day by day,
and
but if we can see the example for the
yes, gentlemen.
can
In
see
India,
example of
women are not aware
women
about their
are
rights, and
Totally agree
there
with
are
you.
not
Student,
opportunities for women in Indian
gender
jobs.
gap is a major concern for country because women only contribute the Indian GDP only 30%. But it has contribute more than 50% of India population. Dear friend, we have seen many difference in boys and girls, like boys as we know that India is a man minister country, so it is easily boys are important for the family but girls are not important, and our village family do not educate the girls and but educate the boys, so it is a major concern for our country, because India is a developing country. Dear friend, we have seen in many sectors girls involved in less, but boys involved in like defense sector. Today, girls also involved in defense sector.
Yes,
Yes,
friend, I
gentlemen,
agree
I
with you.
totally
As
satisfied
we know
your
that
opinion.
some
And here
families
I want
do
to
not.
put some new points. And as you know that in all over the world, Philistine
Yes, friend,
emerging as
gender gap is
one of the
not a big
In
issue
our
for our
India,
country.
the
Some
position of
like I
women
take
is
some
less
examples
than the
like
men.
Sania Mirza,
So
Saina Nehwal. It gives
let's one by
our
one say.
country awards and Everest peak point uh, traveled by. Uh,
I would like
Yes,
to add a point that as we all know that in our India the politician of women is less than men. So if we want to reduce the gender gap, so we have to encourage the women to go in the politician, and when the women go in the politics, then he encourage the woman, and he value the woman to reduce the gender gap.
Yes, gentlemen, I
Same.
totally
Yes, but
satisfied your opinion, and here I
gender
want to
gap is
put some.
increasing as a alarming rate. But if we can see the other side, then women are equal to men in the every sphere, or they are doing their better than men. Some fields, for examples, in sports, they have done their remarkable. Whether it is PV Sindhu, Sakshi Malik, etc.
Yes,
Gentlemen, I
friend.
totally satisfied your opinion,
Rural
and
area
here
is the
also I
biggest
want to
for
put some new point.
gender gap.
Friend, as you know that
Some
in this
people and
era, our
fathers.
country is a developing country and not a developed country. And friend, as you know that according to WEF, friend, as you know that Palestine is the high peak all over the world because he finished our country 90% gender gap. And friend, I want to say that our country also make the development, so our government also implement and like coming some rule like beti batao beti padhao etc. Thank you.
Friend, I told you gender gap is the biggest issue for our rural areas. Rural areas parents are not study for girls and boys are available.
Getting.
But basically, in my opinion, of the pupils of India are orthodox in nature, due to which they will follow the old pattern of their educations and our knowledge. But in nowadays, the change the lifelines of the pupils, because the woman can prove his talent in every field, like in education and defense also. So we cannot discard their equality. So women has also an equality opportunity for their develop. So government is also try to provide the gender equality to all those persons, women and
Um,
men, because
So,
they
and
will
I would like to add a point that a beautiful statement given by a man, that if you educate a man, you educate a person, but if you educate a woman, you educate a whole family. Because we all know that in the child, our first teacher is our mother. He learned me everything, and when mother is educated, then your whole family is educated. Yes, gentlemen, I agree with you, and but all women are not educated, and some rural areas, all women are not educated. So,
But as we
government
know,
think about
also the women empowerment and
basic
also
education rights, and
also
their
take some
parents. This is the responsibility of their parents.
develop our country
I am also
as
satisfied
we
with
know
you.
that
Basically, in the some
and
villages,
this
the people
department
think
also
that if
takes
the
place this
children has
type of
grown, then he is
topic
cursed for
as we can aware the women regarding this type of field and in today's era we know that uh,
but people not.
parents also not educated parents also not aware during their education of their children, but society also plays a very important role regarding the gender gap, because if the society is aware regarding the education and women empowerment as well as related in the fields of the sports and any defense sector, so that its effect our us as well as our parents also aware regarding this, and we can see a dream of a developed country.
Yes, friend, I would like to something
Gentlemen,
here,
I
friends.
totally
As we
satisfied
know
your
that
opinion, and here
some
I want to
families
put some
do
new
not
point.
take
Friend,
care
as
of
you know
girls,
that
but
education is the
they
most
send boys
powerful
to
weapon,
schools
so we finish
and
the
keep the
gender
girls
gap in
at
our
homes.
country. Friend,
The
and
main
you
thing
know
is
that in the rural area, people
Yes, friend, I know that I I know that first teacher, child, girl, mother are educate so mother are educate and rural areas not uh, are not expenditure for our education. Mothers and children, girls.
Yes,
Yes, my friend,
gentlemen, I
and
totally
as we
satisfied
talk
your
about how
opinion,
to
and
reduce
here
the
I want
gender
to put some
gap,
new point.
and
Friend, as you
firstly
know
we
that
have
when
to
you
understand
want
in the
to
ground
finish
level
in
reality,
India gender
and
gap, first we all educate the people. Friend, as you know that education is the most powerful weapon by which you finished in our country in the gender gap. Friend, as you know that in this era, our neighbor prime minister also giving some facility in Lok Sabha, 30% reservation of women. So it is
Yes,
very
my
Dear
good
friends, in my
achievement for
opinion,
our
some
honorable
families
Prime
think
Minister.
that
Thank
the basic education
Yes,
is
my friend.
sufficient for
And if we talk
girls,
about how
and
to
also
reduce the gender
they
gap
they do not encourage
completely,
girls
and I think
to
I have some point
pursue
to
the
reduce
higher
the gender
education.
gap from the society and from the country. And we have seen our society, the our society is the patriarchal society, and nowadays the female side is very excessive level, and we have to reduce the female side, and we have to start the awareness program in the society, and that's why this is the reason. And after that, after the implementation of the awareness program, people understand the value of the girl, because the always time people understand the girl is not, does not a way for the hell. Girl is a way of a heaven.
Yes, you are totally agree, and I would also like to add some points that girls are gender gap is the biggest hindrance in development of our country, and day by day, government is also launching some schemes like Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Yojana, Shiksha Shri Kanya Shri. These are some schemes, and I think to eradicate it from our country, we should also do some like these things, that we should also support our childrens, and they don't need to give some more uh, क्या था यार gender discrimination.
Dear friends, in my opinion, in these days we can see that when a boy is born in a family, then there is a happiness in the family. But when a girl side born, when it is not as the boy side born, the parents should be aware
Yes, friend. Government are many schemes like
the
Beti Bachao
girl
Beti
side
Padhao
also
from
can
Pakistan Haryana 2020 January, and women are educated. If then whole family are educated, women is a first teacher for child's and
Yes, sir. Yes, friend, I am agree with you, and I can say that if you educate a man, you educate a man. But you educate a woman, then you educate a generation. And mother is also our first teacher, and I can say that education is a most important thing in our country, and our our government is also give more opportunity to our people, our female sites like Beti Bachao Beti Padhao, and um, and many other schemes.
you,
Yes,
gentlemen.
and
I
I
think
basically come from the Uttar Pradesh, and Uttar Pradesh government is also work for the supporting for the women, and if we talk about women empowerment in our Uttar Pradesh, our all honorable Yogi CM, the Yogi Adityanath also run the scheme, anti-Romeo scheme to also launched in ground level for the empowering the women, and the other one of them is the Kanya Samangala Yojana. Kanya Samangala Yojana is also the to reduce the gender gap and to promote the gender equality. Thank you.
Most
agree
I
with the
am
working men
farmer
are
speaker friends.
also
Here, I would like to
do the
mention some new
government
points.
job and
Friend,
is
as
not
you
protected by labor law and take the steps should be and help women getting job and informal job and most number of women increasing in politics and politics play important roles in India and if educated women and
agree with the
Yes,
farmer
I
speaker
agree with you,
friends,
and
here
I
I
would
would
like
want
to
to
add a
mention some
point.
new points.
Develop our
Friend,
country.
as
That
you
we
know
should
that in
government
this
should
era
improve
in
the
our
gender gap
country,
and government
and
should
friend,
improve
as you know
the
that
gender gap
in this
and
era in our
give the
country,
opportunity for the women
female
in any sector, any and give the jobs opportunities. And girls also has talents, and they are equal to men. And in some sectors, people think that they are not so talented. But in my opinion, girls are more creative and more talented than men. In any, they can take big decisions. Thank you.
agree
Friend,
with
I
you.
am
And
agree
I
with
would
you,
like
and
to
I
gender
add a
can
gap is
say
point
the
that
that
biggest
in
issue for
ancient time we see
rural
that
areas. Rural areas
people people
sector
death
like
the child in the
defense and
oven, and they already be ultrasound and they know this child is boy or girl, and if he know that this is girl, then he he death the child in the oven, and after that the government make a strict rule against it, and they send him the jail who the person who do this, like, and we all know that this is very
and
bad
rural
thing.
area.
Yes, my
Yes,
friend,
and
exactly. And exactly we have seen in our society, and the artificial intelligence is a very work for the welfare of the people, and it also the harm for the people, because people use this technology before the born of the child, and they use and this technology, and they know the what is the girl and what is the boy, and the female foeticide is also the reason for the excessive technology, excessive artificial intelligence, my brother.
Friend,
yes,
in
friend, I
current
am
Our
time,
I too
speaker
agree with
friend,
you.
here
because
I
of
I
would
think
like
land
to
rural
mention
crime,
areas
something
and
point.
are
parents
Friend, like
definitely
you
don't
know
send
definitely
that
their
one
definitely
their
side in
girl child
rural
our
areas.
society
for
and
basic
in our
education. This is
country,
People,
one side
biggest reason
female suppose
for
at
that
the
women
goddess,
are so
and
much
another
so many
side
women
he
are not
abusing and
educated.
treat the honor. And friend, as you know that in this era, one side female suppose a goddess and another side suppose a treated. And friend, as you know that in this era, you teaching in you teaching sexual and another disease increases day by day. So friend,